Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Looting through the rubble, leaving cities war-torn, still incurring war scorn. Ragged and I'm forlorn, trying to unlock this. Open with my lockpicks, punching with my second hand every time the clock ticks.
All right, there you go.
Hello, everyone out there on the interwebs. Welcome to the Master of Unlocking. My name's Sidepocket. I'm one of the two co-founders of DCG 201. We are DCG 201, sometimes known previously as DEFCON 201 because we're going to change the icon soon, is one of the many DEFCON groups. You can see what the other groups are like at defcongroups.org. Under the titular DEFCON, the big conference in Vegas. We're sort of a hacker hangout collective that meets third Friday of every month. Unfortunately, because there's still a pandemic going on, although thankfully it seems like vaccines are rolling out, as well as just other technical issues. We've been live streaming all of our meetups since March of 2020, and we just celebrated our four-year anniversary a month ago, and we're going to keep live streaming all of this stuff. And because of that, we thought we would do cool shows. And this is the one where we teach people about lockpicking and locksport. If you want to know more information about us, you can go to our website at defcon21.org. We also are on a bunch of social media such as defcon201nj on Twitter and defcon201 on Instagram, the hostducks.social instance of Mastodon. We have our own onion mirror. And you'll notice that even though the chats it might not be loaded. We might load it live during this, but we will post those links in the chat because I will be in the chat live. If you haven't noticed already, this is going to be a pre-recorded show just because we have a special guest who, thanks to the different time zones between our time zone and their time zone, we decided to pre-record this entire episode just to, make everything more logical. So unfortunately, we're not going to be responding to your questions live in terms of video and audio, but I and some of the other DCG 201 staff will be in the chat to talk with you and answer your questions. So, again, it's pre-recorded. Sorry that we couldn't be more interactive, but, we want to respect our guests. Before we go on, yes, I'm the guy in the infamous apology video. You can go see that on our social media, blog, website, everything at the time of this recording, and check all that out. And this is Master of Unlocking. What is Master of Unlocking? Well, this is the show as kind of and note, I'm not considered a master. I just love Resident Evil. I think that's a great name for the show. This is a show that we do every first and third Sunday of the month. This month it's April 4th, so Easter, which is this is going to be a weird way it's going to relate to it. You'll find out in a moment. I might actually right now either splice in the video or show pictures in the chat of I always make Easter breakfast because I'm half Polish. It's really fun. But this is the show where we show lock sport and physical security, how lock mechanisms work, some of the weaknesses in these mechanisms, and how you can use simple tools to exploit them to open it up, not to do any wrongdoing, but just to, one, know how security works so that you know how to shop for locks and feel safe, as well as just the curiosity of how this cool engineering thing works. So before we get into that, I am a TOOOL member. This is not a TOOOL sponsored or endorsed show. Even though I know a lot of people at TOOOL like this show. But we still like to use the two main rules of this show, okay? The two rules that they have at TOOOL, so I'm going to go over them here. One, do not pick locks that you rely on. If you see any techniques in our previous episode of Master of Unlocking during this program in the future, and you're like, oh, I know I have these tools and I know what he's talking about, so I'm going to go try this on my front door, or try this on the latches of my windows, or the locks that I use on my gym lockers. Don't do that. Every time you pick a lock, you run the risk of not only um, breaking down and wearing down your own tools, so they're susceptible to break. You also wear down the lock. It's more susceptible to be picked open, as well as eventually you will break that lock. So over time, so just don't. If you rely on that lock, do not use it. Get separate locks just to try out lock picking. And there's also practice sets. You can find them online at TOOOL's website, TOOL, that's tool with 3 O's.us. Lockpick Extreme has these. Sparrows has these. Sparrows, Lockpicks, all those. Second thing is do not pick locks that you don't own. If you see some of the locks that that you see on this program and in the past and stuff, and you're like, oh, they said it was this lock. I know the exact bypasser tool. Don't do that. That's on someone else's property. One and two, there's probably a reason why there's a lock on that. Don't try to pick it. Just try to legally save your butt as well as legally save our butts. All the locks that you see on here are locks that are just for lock picking. We don't use them to secure anything, and they're literally there, just like with this program, for educational purposes only. I also want to reiterate that if you like the content that you can see, you can hit that bell on YouTube and click like, share, and subscribe on Twitch, D Live, or YouTube. Hi, everyone out there. And even though this is not going to be a live broadcast, if you have any questions in chat or suggestions, I will be in that chat. So you're more than welcome to ask questions in chat. Otherwise, as we say, keep lurking, keep learning. So let's go over to Facecam and see, actually Screen Cam, and see what we're going to be learning today. Because obviously, we're not, oh, there's a preview. We're not pointing the tools downward here. I am very honored. There's so many amazing people involved in Locksport, not just in the United States, around the world. And I'm going to shout him out later to say he has 666 followers today. So congratulations. I'm actually going to screenshot that. That is honestly, sorry to waste everyone's time here, but that is amazing. He has officially joined the satanic panic that's going around the United States. But there's so many amazing people, and some of the most amazing stuff, particularly that you find on Instagram, is people that make custom picks, whether it's artistically, for comfort, utility, new designs, or just all of these. And so it's going to be a great honor, and I'm going to switch over to have Killermaru all the way from Italy, and we're going to switch over him now and unmute. So, okay, I'm unmuted. Hi, Killermaru, are you there all the way from Italy?
Going.
Um, That's a loaded question, especially for the United States.
Well, I can truly understand. We probably is the same there, but I'm not so happy to talk about it because I still doing my life as always.
No, it's okay. You don't have to talk about it because we are guaranteed to bitch about it on our own social media at some point. So you don't have to. We're gonna do that
Okay.
anyhow. Um, this is Killermaru. You have we met you. I found your pics through, which I'm showing off right now on Instagram here, which is killermaruindustrystore.com. And I just want to also congratulate you because you officially now have 666 followers.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
not even kidding. It's kind of ironic.
expect that.
It's kind of ironic considering one of the more famous picks that you made, but we'll get to that when we get there. So I guess without hogging time, do you have is there like some sort of way you personally like to introduce to yourself to all of our DCG 201 fans out there?
Yeah, sure. Well, for who don't know me, I'm Killermaru. I'm a pick maker from 22 years, exactly this year.
Wow.
And is is a lot of experience. Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's an
I'm
understatement.
and I'm a bit emotional for this, and I'm not so happy to talk with people from other country. And when I started my work, I didn't expect a success like this. Okay, I work
Me neither.
really a lot with other country, especially United States. Is the 90% of my customer comes from the US. So for me, have this interview is an honor and a pleasure. Okay.
Oh no, trust me, as our viewers are going to find out later, in the fans of the show, this is an honor to have such a person who, in my opinion, I mean, you heard the 22 years, is such an expert in their craft. Like, and as someone who I've been doing lockpicking for about 4 to 5 years now, and I've been primarily teaching it. And so it's an honor for me to feature someone who has as in-depth an experience as you on our show. Thank you for gracing our
Oh, no.
broadcast here.
Thanks to you. But probably, if I ask you which
Sure.
one you will choose right there.
Before we get into that, if you don't mind me asking, I was just curious about how did you get into locksport and lockpick crafting in the first place?
Oh, this is the
That you can
best
legally tell
question.
us.
Oh yeah, yes, especially this little part. Okay, but we omit this for now. Okay, bad. This is why I must wear my sky mask in any video I make on YouTube. But this is a long story. Probably I'll tell you in another time. Okay,
That's perfectly fine.
but
Again, you don't have to answer any of my questions. I was just curious.
but you made me the best question you can make me if you want a really great story beyond this peak. Okay, it started when I was 8. Okay, the age of
Wow.
8 in at my home where I live in. I will have a panic room. I was 8. Okay, I'm going this panic room just to play. Okay, and
Hmm.
when I turn the knob inside inside this panic room, when I looking to open it and turn the knob doesn't work. Okay, is turning, but the door won't open. So I stuck inside for about 3 hours till my parents call a locksmith. Okay, this locksmith took something like 3 4 minutes to open this lock from the other side. When I go out, I I didn't figure out which person was the other side of the door. It was a locksmith. It was a thief. Who is this? I was fascinated by the tools he used. He used these tools, and at this time, these lockpicking tools doesn't exist. So the locksmith make real his own tool to open the lock, and I learned from it because is him tell me how to make these lockpicks. Okay, this is when I started making the
Oh, you
lockpicks.
apprenticed under him, basically?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But when I started to be an apprentice when I was 14 from him, the person saved my life just opening this lock. Okay, so when I was 14, I started training from him. He make his tool from the whipper blade inserts. Okay, is
Right.
a steel strip like. Let me check
Yep.
this one.
One of these future episodes, I'm going to feature how to make turning tools, how to add a windshield wiper blades, among other things. I've already done
But
ones with bobby pins.
yeah, but yeah, we have tried it. Any person have tried it because probably you have played Fallout, okay, with the screwdriver and a bobby pin. Yeah, it works. It works. It's incredible, but it works. Okay,
Right.
it's difficult, but it works. By the way, I started to make lockpicks from the whipper blade insert. Okay, but it wasn't a great material at that time. Doesn't exist tools from Sparrow, Peterson, or Southward, and anything else. So we have to make your own tool to make it
Correct.
because it doesn't exist. So the tools is the same I make when I was 14. Okay, this tool
Impressive.
is made by hand, anytime, freehand. I don't use any template at all, nothing. Probably all my tools can be very similar one to another, but isn't. Okay, because it's made the same tools every time by by freehand and by eyes. is my picks now is come from only from the experience I have in 22 years. Only God will know how many tension tool I I bend. I have no idea how many I
Trust
bend.
me, I know how
Yeah.
many tools a lot of us go through. So yes, it's like my running joke is a lot of people in Locksport have like 3 to 5 good picks and like 1 billion tension tools.
Yeah, it's the most important tools for sure. And I'm well known for my tension tool, my advanced tension tool, the one with the springs, the one make a bridge. Okay, but
Fascinating.
I have nothing now because this tool is all about by a customer because it's a custom tool. It's the elite.
Right.
You can have a stock pick, you can have a cheap pick, okay? But if you want the elite and come really in the lock sport, you must buy for sure a custom pick, okay? Doesn't exist
Make
so many
or buy.
person
Yep.
can make custom picks in the world right now. Okay,
Correct.
it's a pretty new market, by the way. Yeah. But I finish my story just a second
Okay.
because this isn't Whipper plate. Okay, one day when I just walking down the road, I find something like this. Okay, is pretty rusted, is pretty bended. Okay, a true shit. Okay. I
You
don't
can
know.
say
I
that.
don't
That's
know
fine.
if I can say that. Okay, but by the way,
There's a whole wall
just
of alcohol
a
behind us.
chunk
You can
of
say that.
metal. You can have the beep for the last
No, no,
time.
no, no. We A setter accounts for mature, and besides, there's a whole wall of alcohol behind me. You'll live.
Okay, okay. But anyway, I found that strip, metal strip on the road, and is very similar to a whipper blade. Okay, insert, but it isn't. This is
Right.
spring harmonic steel. Okay, is almost
Ah,
spring steel. It's very flexible. Okay,
right.
and this is the same material I made my peak. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
can bend it, you can torque,
Yeah.
okay? You can make everything you want because uh, mm, a common mistake making picks is choose an hard metal, okay?
You
An
want
hard metal is
something that can stay like keep its form, but it needs a certain amount of flex.
correct, correct, because if it is too hard, it will bend or for sure it will broke. That's why I can make a tip like this. Is so tiny, okay? It's very tiny.
Right.
If you make this kind of hook with an hard metal, for sure you will break it, for sure, because if you apply too much strength, you will break it, for sure.
That's one
By
of
the
the
way,
yeah.
just wait. I'll finish it. Uh, the strip I found on the ground, it was a Bristol of the from the brush from the truck where we wash the road. Okay,
Right. We do that in America too. Yep.
and sometimes lose this Bristol. So when I start, the material for making my picks is free and is a perfect material. Now this strip comes from Detroit directly.
Really?
Detroit Milan every month. Yeah, because it's the best quality for the this harmonic steel.
I hope you're
Okay.
not getting screwed by like the exchange rates or something on that, especially recently.
Yeah, yeah. For now, on the euro is not so bad right now. Okay,
Okay,
I
that's
can
good to know.
I can buy this strip at 4 kilograms at a very good price. Not so the China steel, okay, because it's very cheap. Because this is a very good quality steel, by
I've
the way.
always noticed with Chinese lockpicks that come from China, it's like they either are pressed out super cheap crapo or they're really well designed with good material. There's like no in between.
Oh, I love this question because many people think all the Chinese tool is a real a real crap. Okay.
Right, but it's
Well,
about where you shop. You need to research.
yeah, but not so the Chinese cheap tools is so bad, to be honest. Some works really good, but
Yep.
really good, and exist in China some factory like Haoshi Tools. Okay,
Yes.
is the best quality of Chinese lockpick you can have it, and it costs something like $8. Okay, but
Right.
it is the same as Swiss Army knife. Okay, in with alloy, okay, on the outside the tools inside is a great tools. But I can show you another example, okay, of Chinese
Okay.
crap. Is this is the locksmiths
Oh,
tools
geez.
come from China. This is the cheapest locksmith tools come from China, okay, but is the only one make this. This is commonly used to repin the core,
Right.
okay, of your locks. And this Chinese chipset is the only exist to make this
Yep.
kind of work.
I have that
Okay.
as someone who does education and is making kits on education. That's also been my frustration is China has some like really unique good stuff that works, and because of US customs and especially currently how bad the US postal system is right now, I literally,
Yeah.
what was it? There was an amazing teaching kit for tubular locks and the impressioners that came with it. Really great deal. It's one of my favorite things in the teaching
But
kit I had. I literally ordered it in January. China processed
you,
it in 3 days. It randomly just showed up in the middle of May. Like I put all the alerts for the post office and stuff because I had a
yeah,
tracking number. They didn't even
the
email or call
shipping
me.
took ages from China.
Exactly.
Ages.
So it's like it drives me crazy because like they have some really
But
good unique stuff. Some stuff I'm still ordering, but I'm like waiting
but
on them because we just my country can't make up its mind.
I give you a hint about this, by the way.
Okay.
You can buy a cheap Chinese set. Okay, the
Right.
cheapest you can find it. Okay, okay, is a good base to start to carve out your tool. Okay, you can refinish that. You can just take this cheap Chinese one and reshape completely the tools, because the only things you can save on the tools is the steel. The steel is a good
Right.
quality, not so the worst one. Okay, so is an idea.
I a lot of the tools for the teaching kit are basically ones we don't use, and a lot of them are like extras from stamped out Chinese ones. And what I've done is I have a was it 1,200 grit sandpaper sponge, and
Ooh.
just polishing that, getting rid of all the edges. They again in Locksport. While it's good, I always tell people while it's good to have good quality tools, especially when you're starting out, if it works, it works. And that's like one of the big
I,
keys, you know?
I'll explain what this means. Okay,
Okay?
this is one of my tools. Okay,
Sick.
is very shiny, very polished. Okay,
Right.
the most important parts you have to look is these parts. Oh, is to oh Jesus. Let me check. Okay, is too thin to keep on the video.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
but
I'm just glad I'm not the only one that blanks out, so yeah.
you must check these parts is under your tool, okay, because
Right.
if it's rooted can ruin the locks, because
Hmm.
make mm, brass dust and go all inside the lock. This
Hmm.
is and this stuck the lock. If you put oil you can make anything, but you broke the oh, I can use it because it is customers. If I use it
Right.
and
Yeah,
ruin
yeah.
it,
You don't want to
for
risk,
sure
yeah.
the customer will kill me. Okay,
Yeah, I know that
I
feeling.
just
That's
use
okay.
this. This is a raw tool. Okay, oh, this is, for example, is a raw tool. Is what I mean. As you see,
Right.
is very rugged behind it. Okay, if you use it, you you will scratch the pin. The pin
Yep.
inside the rock is
No wear
brass,
down.
so is like a sandpaper. Okay, and you will ruin your rocks. This is the only risk to use cheap tools. Okay. Oh, and yes, and broke inside the rock.
Yes.
And this is, trust me, isn't a pretty thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know. So I guess kind of going off more questions here. Obviously we don't want to, as the Americans would say, you reveal your secret 11 herbs and spices, but can you kind of get like give us a bit of a walkthrough of like um when a customer orders a lockpick, like what's your like more elaborate on like your process of how you actually make your lockpicks by hand?
I just love it because my returning customer know how many time we spent talk each other every time
Nice.
for every set, for every custom set, because the customization time can require up to an hour.
Right.
Okay, every time. I made something like 25,000 peaks in my life. Okay,
Whoa.
so uh, start to think is to personalize one require up to an hour. Just for example,
Right.
uh, this finishing, this used finishing is called AK-47 because since a real used AK-47, and this is scratched, it is dented because the customer wanted seems old, aged. Okay,
Gotcha.
this is the case for this peak. Okay, fit inside. This is an ADHC set. Okay, and you can fit the peak.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when I ask, how do you want the finishing of the tools? Like this, flamed. Okay, I can make it. But you have a clear rubber to the end. Sure, I can make it. You can make it initial scratching. Sure, I can make it. You can chain the chain holder. Yes, I can make a custom one. And the top one. Yes, I can make it. It is something
This is
to
starting to
go out
sound like
mad.
one of those
Okay.
bad like marketing meetings where they're just like, "Can you move this pixel like a like two like clicks to the left?" And you just want to strangle the person.
I make things you human can understand from Blade Runner situation. Okay, but for example, this peak. Okay, this one had the standard, the same core of this one, okay, but
Correct.
is suspended. This is can move freely inside this because it seems like a bones,
Yeah, I noticed
okay.
that's a very interesting design because it seems like your base picks are designed to be super flat, kind of
This
concealed,
is
and I like
is
this handle design.
isn't design. This is technique, okay,
Okay.
because this work as amplification of the vibration when you pick,
I was
okay.
gonna ask if what do you have any designs that you use to help amplify the feel for the picks?
Sure, sure. This one, for example, this make a real vibration, and you can feel any pin. Even the click come from the lock is more. I hope the customer will don't kill me. Okay, for this because,
Oh
but
God, we always
you
cause
can hear
trouble
it.
on this stream. Here we go.
Just some pin. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Open.
Yeah, we could hear those. Yeah,
Okay.
that was cool.
This is because the vibration comes from the head, cross all from the core, because there's nothing hold the core. Okay, the
Right,
core
it's
is
like
free to move,
suspended. Yeah.
and then this is work as a bell. Okay, because you
Neat.
you hold your pick like this, so the vibration you have is the feedback is something doesn't exist. Yes, someone. The, the most fun part is when the people started to call me the Hattorians of lockpicks. I really love this. I really love this.
I'm digging
But
that you
I
really love
didn't
this.
start it at all. This customer, when I've started this thing, I've about one of my picks. Okay,
Hmm.
and if you rake with one of this pick, vibrate like a long kitchen knife
Right.
when you finish. So he called me
They
the
feel like a
Atroyans of
samurai, yeah.
lockpicks.
Um, Question. From your clients, is there a particular profile or type or design of lockpick that seems to be more common that people order as opposed to some of the others?
No, because this is the fun part. Because when I ask the people, how do you want your hook? Want a number 6, number 5, number 7, number 8? Is the inclination of the hook. You want at the forest,
Right.
a gem. So the people start to mute. Okay, so usually, okay, don't worry. I make it. I make a mix. Okay, I choose it for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, 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 great, fantastic. Okay, okay, don't worry, I'll make it. This is the common response.
It's very fascinating that most of your customers come from the United States. Kind of,
Yeah,
do you have any
yeah.
theories about why for that? Because I will give a background here. We have this weird thing because of our media in America where people think that one, Locksport is this like insane god tier servant thing that only super geniuses know, and two is that everyone thinks that like if you like can pick a master lock number 3 open that like every single 3 letter agency is going to like send a nuke to your house. And in reality there is at Tools United States website, again that's TOOL tool 3os.us. I can't remember if it's slash law or slash laws, but they do have a listing of what's currently, as far as we know, which like what's the legality. And from what I tell people generally, most of the states it's perfectly legal to have these as long as you're not doing criminal activity, except I think for Tennessee, but don't quote me on that because we always have that
And the
one weird
South
state.
Dakota, and South Dakota too.
Yes.
A customer asked me for the pigs from South Dakota, so he asked me, but I can buy it. But yes, for me there's no problem. But
Yeah, because
I
it's
don't
going
know
through the
your
mail.
state. Oh no no no! Here is pretty illegal. Okay, uh, I don't know how to do. Okay, oh no no no! Send it anyway. Uh, you don't make in
And they're like,
trouble if I
you're
send it.
gonna send it to a
No no
guy
no!
named
Don't worry,
Bill.
don't worry. I'm a sheriff. I'm an officer.
Sure,
Oh
Jan.
okay, another officer. So you have the 20% of discount to my store.
What was I gonna bring up with this? A fascinating thing I actually noted. One of these days, I'm gonna actually sit down because again, I'm waiting for stuff in the mail and kind of talk about my experience from meeting and talking to awesome people who do lock sport in various European nations, and sort of like what's kind of unique and different between the United States and many European countries. And I find it interesting. I don't know if this is your style or whatever, but I find it fascinating that when you hold the picks and when you hold the lock positions, you're holding them so that the pins are pointing down and that the points are down because we always have this argument, particularly with the UK, of who actually has their tumblers upside down. Is it the United States or the UK? Because a lot of
Yeah.
Europeans, it's the pins are down, while for us, we're pushing the pins upwards.
But this is doesn't matter so much because
Correct.
in lock sport you can pick on wise and you can pick in hands. Okay, so basically there's no difference because if I if I pick from European, okay, I will pick like this. okay, with tension tool in this way
Right.
or the other way. So it's the same upside down, okay,
Yeah, the
but
springs negate that.
it's
Yeah.
just the hand positioning is different,
Yep.
okay, because I can make this and have the tension to uh, to base to go inside, okay, but basically there's not so much difference, okay, but you first you asked me for the lock sport. Probably the nation had more lock sporter. Probably is the U.S. In this time. Okay,
Agreed.
exists some really real championship about it. Is a true championship. Probably it come from lock picking lawyer of Bosnia Bill.
Yeah, they really
Make
popularized it.
this
Yep.
code. Yeah, yeah, pretty popular, right? Ma the lock sport have his own rule from state to state. The
Correct.
only common rule in the lock sport is the 10 minutes. Okay, you have 10 minutes
Well, it's
to
that
open a
and
lock.
don't use your tools to stab your opponents.
Yeah, but is just 10 minutes is the time limit.
Right.
Probably you can open a lock in under 10 seconds, probably on the first shot. Sometimes happen. Okay, but this is the only common rule. For example, here in Italy, on I'm the organization. My community, the Killermaru community, organize the Italian look picking contest every year. We have
Sweet.
some
I didn't know that.
house rule. Yeah, yeah. I got a very big community right there. I got 3,000 followers on my YouTube channel, but
I
in
know that,
Italy
yeah.
we are something like 24,000 people in the community because we we research on science, chemistry, biology, astronomy, and any mechanics and any scientific material. Okay, we help people with the degree, we help people to study, we help people literally. Okay.
So between 22 years of apprenticeship and running your own, like making picks and setting up your local community stuff, I don't know if you're going to get this reference, but what you're telling me, which I think is awesome, is that you're basically the deviant Olam of Italy. I think that's absolutely amazing, and that's a real achievement right there.
Oh, I just realized some days ago, not so much. Some days ago, I I will be probably the best pick makers on on my country for sure, but in Europe too probably.
Yeah,
And
no, I believe you.
this means a lot for me because I work a lot with law enforcement, firefighters, police,
Hmm.
for my national army, for example.
Wow.
I make pick from the special force. I worked with some governative mm, from US too. Okay.
No, that's fine. You don't have to
I
disclose anything.
okay. So for example the cross, the
Yes,
blasphemy one,
that thing.
okay,
Yes.
is one of the most iconic item
It's funny
I got
because
on my
when this
store.
airs, it's going to be Easter. So if you don't mind, can you talk a little bit about the blasphemy? And I'm actually going to go to your Instagram and I'm going to bring up an image of it because this is this is what like I was like, wow, these are really awesome, well done pics. And I saw that thing, and that's when I'm like, I'm going to follow this dude because this is creative. Could you tell people about
Thank
this real quick? I'll put the image on the screen in a second.
you. Thank you. But uh let me check a thing. No, I don't have a blasphemy right there. Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have both the he made a samurai sword looking one and the blasphemy one, which looks like a crucifix. Uh,
But
explain yourself.
Oh, this blasphemy was an original project from I make for a government entity from United States. Okay, this
Not
is the
surprised.
original code. Okay, I don't need okay
You don't have to detail, but no, the amount of
details.
the
Okay,
amount of
just
wasps
just
are
ignore it.
evangelical.
Just
We're not
ignore it. But
surprised.
but he asked me for something very you can hide in plain light.
I
So
was gonna
if you have
say it's either gonna be an American Christian or like some secret like SWAT team for the Pope that would order this. So it has to be one of those two. But I'm sorry, go on.
I don't know if I can talk so much about this, by the way, but okay.
Well, talk about the design. Like this is really neat.
Yeah, and this is because he asked me for something for where I can hide it. Okay, in plain lights. Oh, this is pretty difficult, but let me check. I got this idea because I found my pics like this on the table. So I didn't find the rake in this case. Okay. Oh, it's done. Oh, let me check. I can make something. Well, the rest is the blasphemy you can see on the photos. Okay. And I sold that many of this, many the people when if you have to use something like blasphemy, for sure you are in a totally
Right.
till the neck. Okay, so the people say because you have to detach the peak from the back of the cross. Okay, so the people call this action turn the ticket. Okay. You have your go out of the jail free like a monopoly. Okay, I turn the ticket. So
Question, is it like a combination pick and turning tool?
combination, yeah. There's a lot of combination because I had some terrible peak turning tool right there, but it is totally rusted because I don't use it. But just for
I
example,
put the cam back on
you
you, so yeah.
you can check the head inclination of your tension tool. Okay, because if I put it like this, I have my thumb like this. Okay, is a different
Right.
position than this one. Okay,
Which is higher up, yeah.
is more, or this one. This is a reinforced one. Okay,
Oh, that's
well,
cool.
I can make the head more short, more long. I can change the inclination of the head. I can make it like this, reinforced, or I can make a simple one. I can make a twisted one. This is another kind of tension, okay?
Right.
Because
I
bend
personally love the twist, so
different
yeah.
from the other one. Yeah, but you can make this only with this kind of material, okay? Probably I have some. No, I was looking for something. Oh, like
Oh
this.
god, this sounds like me.
This is a concept of an advanced tool for left-handed people.
Neat.
Okay,
I
because
was actually gonna ask, why, like, not that's a bad idea. I'm just curious, why springs and like, how did you come up with these sort of spring-loaded tension designs?
yeah, because I added a spring to a tension tool because you can find a spulping
That makes so
in
much
some
sense.
locks. Yeah, this pulping more pressure you will add to the tension tool, more will
Right.
stack. Okay, so if I stack my thumb like this, I don't move the tension tool with the spring in it. When I put down the pin, the spring will go forward and backward
Hmm.
with that spool, and you can put it down to the core of the lock. So it's more easy to open the lock with the spool pin or serrated pin, and yes, standard too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
for
see
sure.
with the spring how you would basically immediately feel the counter rotation, so you would know you have encountered a spool, as opposed to where you have to kind of guess with like your typical tension. Um, what I will let you know, we're probably gonna go on to like 15 more minutes. It's already been over an hour. Um, the
Oh, oh,
yeah,
don't
what's
worry.
yeah, yeah, I'm not in a rush.
But
I'm just letting you know, just because of my personal timing and stuff. This is really fascinating, and for the people watching the live stream, I want to once again remind that if you like the stuff that you see here, well, first of all, which I'm going to be posting the links this entire time this is streamed. Go check Killermaru's channel out. It's both on his YouTube and his Instagram. It's freaking amazing. And that if you like the content that you see on the Master of Unlocking, and if you want to see some of our upcoming shows like Archvile, and of course our next meeting, which I believe is going to happen April 16th this month, you can hit that bell on YouTube, click lecture, and subscribe on Twitch, Indie Live, and YouTube. You get alerts for that. We normally cheer you on live, but we'll cheer you on in chat. I just wanted to put that out of the way, and we're probably going to go on for like 15, 20 more minutes. So, question: what? And I always have to preface this legally. Um, is your newest thing that you built that you could show off here on the stream?
oh, this is why is because I started practice lockpicking in 2005.
Right.
So I was a pioneer, okay. And in Italy in 2005 was pretty illegal. Have lockpicks or or something like this. So when I have started, I I started without tell at anyone what I'm doing
Right.
because I fear of get busted. Okay,
Right. Totally
so in
understandable.
the so because I'm totally retard. Okay, I put a video on YouTube. Will I
Right.
picking this video of 2005 when we had in full economic crisis
Oh
here in
God, we were
Italy.
all children back
So
then. Jesus, that it's like a billion years ago.
yeah, yeah, but the video was entitled "How the Young Italian Unemployed Have to Do," and in the video I'm picking a lock, a safe. Okay, so it was a provocation, and I got something like 20,000 people follow me on my YouTube channel in
Jesus.
2005 was an achievement like 10 million follower right now.
That
Okay.
makes me curious. You don't have to offer all details, but just you can do yes or no. Have you ever gotten an order from a customer that you start kind of realizing is probably doesn't have good intentions and you refused it, or has that thankfully never happened?
Never happened
Good.
because the 90% of my customer is PMC, army,
Right.
firemen, police, and much more. The other is just locksporter.
Right.
Some curious, but to for example, when I sell in Italy, I'll ask you have 18-year-old? Yes, okay, you can buy it. Okay, but you know the law about the lockpicks? No, I don't know. Sorry, I can sell you. Okay, go this page, look, this is the law, look at what, and when if you have agree and understand the law, yes, I can sell it. From the United States, I just ask for the age and for the love of his state before I sold.
I'm just imagining
Well,
the questionnaire. Have you eaten a Tide Pod? Yes or no? No? Cool. I could send you lockpick.
I can be a lawyer. I know of the law of all the states of the United States. I
You
can
kind of
be a
have to
lawyer
at this
now.
point, unfortunately. Yeah.
At this point, I can be a lawyer.
I'm not a representative of this country, but I will apologize for that. Um,
No, no worry. But
question.
the South Dakota customer isn't so happy, by the way.
Right.
Okay.
Question. One of the things that I feel like you're also known for, besides your expert craftsmanship and just these neat out of the box, like why didn't we think of this before ideas, is you tend to sell these complete kits. I see two on the one on the left and one on the right, where these to put background, Americans are and lockpickers are particularly obsessed with like having these giant leather cases that have like 8 billion tools in them, and they take up like the entire
Ah,
trunk of their. And your note for like your really inconspicuous, like low profile EOD, like the cases that you actually carry on that. When did that start? Is that just something you prefer that you like doing, or is that just something of like, hey, I want to try this, or did customers request those? I'm just curious of how you ended up with all these neat, low profile pen like carrying cases.
this is something I invented from scratch because
Neat.
till I come on the market, doesn't exist an ADC kit. Okay, ADC means everyday carrying.
Right.
Everyday carrying is a lockpicks with this size. Is so tiny but work really good. For example, you can use this case to hide your picks. Okay, is this is very common here in Italy because it's used by police to hide
Very inconspicuous.
to to hide this this lockpicks in the pen holder of the uniform. Okay.
Right.
Oh, let me. Okay.
I know that feeling.
No, wrong side. I must put it in the small one, and I made these pics. Okay, I don't know how to work.
So
Yeah,
we
great.
we have a running joke on this show that it's just like laying down cable. There's no way. It's really difficult to do this sort of field and not accidentally make innuendos. So we have our first one finally after over an hour. Our guest accidentally stuck the picks in the wrong hole.
But
So
you forget the waiting list too.
yes.
I'm totally full. Totally.
No,
Totally.
it's okay.
I,
No.
I still have order, but I have some people waiting for his order from January,
Right. Um
and I'm totally late about it.
no, I totally again, I order stuff and it takes forever. And it's not I don't
But wait,
blame the
okay,
manufacturer or
okay,
anything.
just a second. You first you questioned me how many tool I must have. Okay, I show you.
Okay.
Just three,
Okay. And then I have like
nothing
probably two or
more.
three more questions and I'm good.
Or and if you're good, you can have just two, just a hook and a tension tool, nothing more.
Agreed.
You don't need the leather case full of tools because it exists
Yeah.
just two technique: the raking technique and the single pin pick technique. Single pick technique required a hook. Raking just require a rake, nothing more. The tension tool is the same for both technique. Okay.
We had an entire episode where we just like I kind of brought like so like in the network security world and what's known as the hacking community, there's like three major spheres of like hacker types, and then they either cross over or have like a bunch of little ones that all form from that. We literally had an episode where I broke down like my version of that for like the lock picking world and lock sport world. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I brought up is that, and I tell people who are new at this all the time that like if you want to be like cheap but effective, like after you've practiced different locks, different tools, like get a good tension tool. If you want optional, get just different widths just in case. Get one good, probably it's a hook, but like hook half diamond, something that single pin picks, and like your favorite most effective rake, and that's it. Like you don't need a billion tools. The reason why you see a lot of
Yeah.
particularly
Exactly.
lock sporters with a billion tools is because a lot of lock sporters again, the sport part of it, we end up dealing with a lot of very odd locks
But
that are designed to challenge that, and that's why you see all this right. But you don't need to do that to do the majority of locks. You just need like three tools and some tension tools, and you're good. You know?
yeah, yeah. But you are saying uh, uh, really great things. Look, picking and hack is almost the same. You
Right.
you hack, okay, virtually something, okay. You can touch it, you can look it, but you know how to hack something, okay.
Right.
But the lock picking is the same. Is the same as a crack a
Hmm.
password, okay. But you do it physically, okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Great
the
analogy.
key is something like hacking. Is the same, nothing more. Is just hacking but physical
Right.
on a real lock. Okay, is can be a password to crack. Okay, can be anything you want, and here is the same. Okay, for example, is very similar to crack a password because you have to find the correct, okay, sequence of pin to push down
Right.
for any locks. Okay, the tool is always the same, but the combination of the pins inside the locks is pretty different.
Although imagine, well, it's kind of funny because I was about to say, imagine the day where we have like AI robots that do this. But to be fair, you have all of those like tools, like where you can take like a, what do you call it, like an electric toothbrush, and like basically put a write profile on it, and that's basically the same thing as like a enhanced GPU password cracker. It
I
functions the same
probably
way.
probably probably I don't have to say what I'm doing to say right now, but the toothbrush, yes, it probably can work. Okay, but
Right.
when I totally baked and totally drunk, totally drunk, we made the same things with the tape, okay, with the picks, but
Right.
we didn't use it toothbrush. We have used something the woman use when and vibrate
Oh my God,
is
really?
the same.
I'll put it this way. I saw a
Okay.
video of one playing a guitar, but this is what I have to complain to like Tool and stuff of like, why aren't we doing cool things like this? We need to talk to Render
Yeah.
Man.
Well, why not? Why not? When you're drunk and you are your friend,
Hey,
why not? Probably it works. And
again,
yes, it's
Locksport.
working. It's
It
working.
works. You got the result. That's all you need. Um, you
And
know,
it's working. Okay.
it's funny that you brought up that, and I appreciate that you do this. That you make sort of like these like really like utilitarian cases that are just like, they're not just generic like pick cases that you normally see, and they're like done for a specific purpose. In your case, it's to be, lightweight, potentially concealed, and just really compact. And one of the things that I've actually been working on, and you can laugh at this because it sounds weird, I personally, and we've done things like this in the past with DC201, DCG 201 with rights and stuff. I know a bunch of people. Let's see the proper way I can say this. Who are their proper name is they're sex workers, and they're the ones who are really interested in just this because they really like learning. They're not even trying to do anything skeevy with this. They're just trying to learn, and a lot of it has to, and they have a lot of rightfully so insecurities about like both their own physical protection and situations. So I actually asked, like, one, would you like to see a like EOD kit that could be on sale that would be specifically for your line of work, and B, if you had to design it, what stuff you'd want in there. And I've been working on that, and one of the key elements of that is
Okay.
there's a
The-
product that
I,
looks like a that I've replicated that looks like a garter, and that's where the
okay.
picks go into. So
I show you a
that
concept.
I'm so
This
interested
one
in that. What is that?
I, I didn't put it for sale right now. This is it doesn't exist on the store right now. This
Oh
is
God, here
an
comes the FBI.
ADC kit. Okay, you can put it where you want because this clip, okay, fit fit perfectly where you want.
That's so
Okay,
clever.
you can fit it everywhere. This kit had 3 tools inside. Okay, yes, you can recase it. Now I show you the case later. This is exactly what I mean. First is the 3 tools you need. Okay, you
Right.
need only these 3 tools. The other stuff is this one. Let me check if I can. Oh, here we go. What is it? Four, right there. Okay. I hope
Now you
you
got my
never
attention.
seen a pair so close. Okay, but it's just a demo, nothing
My
more.
mentor,
Okay.
Night Owl, one of his specialties is he collects handcuffs, and he actually did an entire presentation for us when we started that was just about shimming, picking, and bypassing handcuffs. So I'm very familiar with this. He has
Exactly.
like 5 of those.
So this is the case. Okay, I will cut it. Oh,
Don't hurt yourself.
okay.
Don't pull one of our co-founders because our co-founder likes
Oh,
knives and he
if you, if
injures
you- if
himself
you
all the
see
time.
my hands, it's totally broke. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is when I leave, I peel the plastic. Is a shim for the
Oh,
handcuff. Okay,
nice. That's so
you
clever.
you put it like this, and you have just to
And pull the teeth
push.
out. We're gonna do an episode entirely of that, like in the next
Here
couple
we
of
go.
months.
This ADC will be very economic because can fit only raw tools. Okay, it's
Right,
very rugged because to extract it, it must be very rugged to extract all together. Okay,
right.
this is a future concept. I
Cool.
didn't show it even on my store.
Geez.
Is a preview
I feel
only for
very
this
honored and
interview.
blessed to debut this sort of design, and it's brilliant. To be honest, I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm legit impressed by this.
Oh,
Um,
well,
I'm trying to think of what to say. Yeah, that was the same because I had the same thing where it was like it needed to like case that I designed, it needed to blend in, and part of what a lot of sex workers told me is that again, because of the nature of their job, they're not wearing a lot of clothes, and like things that would either clip on or like an actual case would super stand out compared to the rest of their clothing. So I designed something around that, and I hope in the next couple of months I can show, whether it's on this show or in a person meeting, the prototype of what I have of this because I'm really excited working on. This is just a
but
brilliant concept.
I learned something.
Okay.
If you have to choose one from, let me check this one
Okay.
and this one. Okay,
Okay.
which one you will choose?
With really poor recon, and also just based on what I want, I also can't see, are the head profiles the same, or is that like a mid hook
Is
high reach?
is both is both hooks? Okay,
Okay.
is both short hooks.
Um. Okay. Uh, I would actually, and I'm probably gonna get this wrong. I feel like I would choose the one that was on the bottom. They both look good, but I would probably lean towards the one on the bottom.
This is have the same technology. This one
Okay.
of this one,
I
but is
figured.
so close. Okay, you have chosen this one.
Right.
Okay, when you have finished, I send it to you. Okay, but
What?
absolutely yes. But I wanna see you use this to open a lock.
Okay. I will totally do that. And funny enough, we actually have a PO box, so I'll send that after all the. Wow. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know how to respond to this. It's
Now is yours. Okay.
welcome. Also, welcome to the lock
So
sporting
I can't
community.
use it because
Where
the customer will kill me.
gotcha. No, that's fine. Also, just also welcome to the lock sporting community. Where the like it's like you get a gift, like all gifts are challenges and all challenges are gifts. So it has this mix of like, I'm so honored with why are you making me do work, you know? But no, I would totally, if you're able to send that to our PO box,
Oh,
and our customs are not going to go completely, because DeJoy in the U.S. Postal Service keeps making it worse. It's the guy who's leading it. I will totally, as soon as I get that in, whatever the next episode, I will literally interrupt whatever that episode is, and I will pick a lock. I'm probably going to screw myself saying this, but is there any particular style or design or like type of lock you want me to attempt to pick with that, or just any lock?
but I give you only 10 times to open the lock, okay?
Okay,
But
okay,
if you do it in more than 1 minute, I will kill you.
okay. No, no, no. Well, what I'll do, I'll promise you
No,
this.
I'm joking,
No,
bro.
no, no.
I'm
Because
joking.
I'm thinking, and it's like I won't choose something that I can do in my like sleep, but I'm also not going to choose like a crazy like Asa Owlboy thing.
You can buy something like this to make practice on the uh, on the sofa.
I've been
Okay,
asking because I've seen that.
this
What's your opinion on this? If you don't want me to ask, this is
this
one of the
is
newer
come
products of
from
Sparrow.
the sparrow. Oh, to be honest, the sparrow gifted me.
Oh, that's neat. They
Uh,
still,
but
I have all their stuff.
yeah,
They still don't send me anything yet, but we'll see.
oh, but sometime I will cooperate with sparrows.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
hoping to do in
forget
the
this.
future myself. My favorite thing that people say, and remember, I haven't this stream is like which that's a
Oh,
lot.
I found other lockpicks. Don't know what.
Oh,
Okay,
is that my favorite
well,
joke about this is that people call it like it's a fleshlight for lock sporters. I don't know if you get that reference.
this okay. These are my tools from I use it from the championship, from the Italian champion lock
Nice.
picking championship. Yeah, I think I will lost that. Is as you can see, free blue Zborowski on it. Okay, this is real Zborowski,
Neat.
and this one the red one, because in Locksporter you can choose only 4 tools. Okay,
Right.
3 is your main. In my case, is hooks. Okay, this
Right.
is the shortest one because it's the spare one, and this is the tension tool I use.
Now that works. That completely works.
And as you can see, I told you before, this is at a particular inclination. This
Right.
tension tool, okay, is
Right. So that
reinforced and
way you can control.
is
You
very
get max.
particular.
You get max
By the way,
feedback, and
but
you get most control out of it. Yep.
which shower heels down there?
I'm sorry.
From in US, which shower heels?
Oh, basically, it's about to be 5:30 in 2 minutes. I'm actually going to begin to wrap this up. Yeah, no, trust me, we have one.
and and I'm talking with the people from the other
Right,
side
and so
of the world in US in a
right,
cellar, and
so yeah,
and the
yeah,
11 and
three
now.
three things I wanted to point out. That's why we're doing this pre-recording, right? One, for all the people who might be confused at the video quality occasionally at home, part of it's Jitsi, half of it is because like I think you're like literally like 8 kilometers like underground or whatever. Um,
Yeah,
the second thing is
it's
that we
pretty cold down
we've
there.
had people like from like Norway and China and stuff like come on live at ungodly amount of times, and I feel
Italy
your
too now.
I feel your pain because this was literally me during the CCC Congress, because we filmed it live reaction, and so when it starts it's 6 a.m. over here, and then like my favorite part is near the end where they're like playing DJ music and partying on the they were doing the RC3, and like so everyone's like partying and dancing because it's like 11 p.m. over there, but it's 4 p.m. over here. So we're just sitting here. It's midday. The birds are chirping outside. My eyes are falling out. So I know exactly how you feel. That's why I wanted to ask like what time were you comfortable with and all of that. So we're gonna wrap
Don't
things up
worry,
because
man.
I have to go and do stuff too today, unfortunately. Um, But no, overall, this I learned a ton. Thank you for the pick exchange.
Oh,
Holy crap! I literally have never had that anyone offer that anymore. I'm really flattered. I'm gonna quickly. I can't load up your YouTube page because it's probably going to kill our
oh,
program.
sure.
But
Thanks.
if people want to, I'm gonna show the Instagram right now again. If people want to reach out to you to order custom picks and stuff, or just to like see more of your work and kind of the Italian scene and everything, how can people reach out for you without like three-letter agencies trying to track you and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I don't have any website, any e-commerce. I
We're gonna post
do
those
I
links in
do
the
it.
chat when this goes live, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, I do it all on Instagram, and the most amazing things make a store on Instagram is talking with people all around the world. Okay, is the most amazing things, and this is why I use only Instagram and only with the DM to order my custom tool. Okay,
Right.
so I got many friends from around the world.
Same here, although again, 22 years, geez. So I guess the last two quick things is there any thing you want to sort of? I'm going to put you back on the video now. And by the way, when we end this, what I'll do is I'll mute, and then I'm going to do the wrap up. It takes a minute, and then all of that. So and then we're going to talk afterwards for a little bit, and you can then finally go to bed, and then I can go to bed. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because you can't see on camera, I recently a couple days ago I finally got my first vaccination shot, and then I get it again on the 20th, and I'm so excited, and I have no symptoms so far, thankfully. I heard the second one's a doozy, so my body's like, let's do it. But is there any sort of thing that you want to shout out of like that you're like the next thing you want to work on, whether that's a community thing or a craftsman thing or something you want to shout out? It's up to you. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
like I said, nothing more because I made any tool extra for a customer. This is the worst part of the custom tools. I can make standard tools, so I don't have anything on stock.
I gotcha. And I guess the last question is I'm going to ask this now. I'm going to make this a running thing anytime we have guests on Master of Unlocking. Personally, for you, when you're picking, what is your personal favorite profile you like to use in terms of a single pin pick?
I didn't tell you a things. Anytime I make a tools, any tools, okay, I
Right.
must test it because
Yes.
I don't have I can't send
You'd be
a tools
very American
without
if you
test it.
didn't.
So I have to any tools anytime by hand. Okay, so picking locks for me isn't funny at all, to be honest.
No,
Right
that
at this
makes
point, but I don't
makes
have
sense.
a preferred profile, but I think is more funny the raking. For example, this
Ah,
profile. Okay, this is an hybrid Bogota. This
neat.
is a custom shape I
That's
make.
wicked.
Okay, doesn't exist a terms for this,
I'm starting to notice
but this
those are
work
becoming more
really good.
common.
Sorry.
I've noticed those have become more common. People are now making like not only custom rigs but like hybrids between different profiles now. I think that's neat.
Yeah, for example, a tripod pick. Okay, this is a rake, is a tripod pick,
Right.
or this is a worm.
Don't
Okay,
get embarrassed about this because
since
Americans can't hear. He's saying the previous one was a triple peak.
the tripod pick, this one you mean? This is work
Right.
really good on
Right.
the US locks
Yeah,
since
that would be
for
totally
my
fine. Yep.
US order me this. Sorry.
I said no, that would work totally fine. I have profiles similar to those.
Thank
Also, the thicknesses because that's the part once you start like going past beginner, or like I would say start passing intermediate. You start going insane with like the different thicknesses and stuff like that. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have to choose for sure. If you have a good quality lockpick set, okay, um, you probably looking for something different, okay, because
right,
the commercial tool the tips is really thick, okay,
right,
even these parts, and you hear I can feel really well the last spin on the bottom. If I only have more long tools, then this is why exist the custom lockpicks.
right.
Is exactly this. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Well,
I
anyhow,
finished.
it's getting super late for both of us. I'm gonna thank you. Like literally, not only was
Oh,
this, I'm not dead serious. This is the first time we've interviewed for Master of Unlocking, and not only was this absolutely fantastic, and I learned so much, and I'm really honored. Never mind the pick sending thing. I'm really honored that
oh,
you allowed me.
your address. Don't forget.
Yes, I am gonna send that. I'm not closing the window. We will, even on Instagram. Like if for some reason we don't do it on Jitsi after this
Yeah,
recording's
yeah.
done, I'll send it on
On
Instagram. Yeah,
Instagram is
and
great.
yeah, but never mind that. Like it's literally an honor to have someone who's so skilled at their craft and a chill dude, all the way across on the other side of this mud ball. To be on here to talk about the work that you've done, and I highly recommend, and I hope people go and check out your page. And if you are interested
Thank
in
you, bro.
getting whether it's for utility or as a work of art, a custom picks. I can't think of anyone higher that I could recommend because there's now, especially on Instagram, a lot of people make custom picks. But every time I think of custom picks, I always think of Killermaru. So I hope you go check out his Instagram, and if you want custom picks, as long as you're able, especially if you're from the United States, as long as you're able to put up with U.S. customs,
Yeah.
which at this rate you better be used to it because basically I've had to order stuff from Pennsylvania. That's next door to our state, and I might as well have just ordered something from China or Russia because that's how bad everything is. So I think we're all air quote used to that. Like my running joke is I wouldn't be surprised if all the lock sporters and locksmiths go on strike or something because this is starting to drive everyone crazy in this country. But thank you so much again, and I'm
Thanks
gonna
to
do the wrap
you.
up now. So thank you, and hope you have a good rest of the night and sweet dreams. Keep doing the amazing work
Thank
that
you,
you're
mate.
doing. All right, so
Thanks for the opportunity.
thank you so
Bye,
much.
man.
We're gonna switch over now, so I'm gonna mute myself, um, and then we'll switch over to Facecam here. But let's see how that works here because it might be a little iffy. Okay, well yeah, that was Killermaru. That was you can find him on Instagram again. I'm gonna be live in chat, so I'm probably posting the links in there. If he sends us supplemental material during this segment, we will actually add that in. Actually, I'll put it this way: if he sends us stuff and it's gonna seem awkward, we're gonna add that splice that in right here. So hi, welcome back. If that was the supplemental material, if not, I just look stupid for a couple of seconds. But yeah, that was Master of Unlocking. Again, I'm waiting for stuff in the mail, so we're gonna go back to tutorials and stuff with the whole Elmo machine that I love really soon. If you are interested, again, Kilmaru, we have his links in the chat and stuff. We'll probably also post it. Like, I might splice it somewhere in the video. If not, again, definitely check him out. Like even just to look at the pictures, it's beautiful artistry. Our next Master of Unlocking, we're the first and third Sunday of every month. So since this was aired on the 4th, our next one will be on the 18th. Don't know exactly what we're going to be doing for that episode, but I have some ideas. And depending on how fast certain mail can get to the P.O. box, I'll let I'll let our social media people know, and they'll post that online, and you'll be able to tune in. So that would be at next one will be at on April 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like now. Well, that's it for our show. Hope you enjoyed that again. If you really liked what you saw, you want to check out, want to be alert for future Master of Unlockings with the weird Kevo looking at me behind me, but get alerts for future Master of Unlockings or the future content that we have on here, our upcoming meeting on the 16th, as well as potential specials. And we're planning for one on a certain day that starts with a 4 and ends with a 2-0. We can't guarantee we're going to do it, but we are working on that. That one's going to be fun and legal. But if you are interested, you can hit that bell on YouTube and click like, share, and subscribe on Twitch, D Live, and YouTube. You've probably seen the alerts for it on the live stream if they happen. Next time, this will not be pre-recorded because again, we just wanted to make sure our guest was good and the time zones. Next time, I should be live no matter what the topic is. So basically, I will see you again for next Master of Locking on the 18th, it live, not pre-recorded, hopefully. And I will see our meeting on the 16th and some of the future content and shows. Maybe we'll even be able to slightly meet up in person with social distancing, limited capacity. Who knows? Again, we're all starting to get the vax and hear the 5G signals. So, again, thank you for tuning Master of Unlocking. I'm Sidepocket. I'm one of the two co-founders of DEFCON 201. I'm also a member of TOOOL. Hope you learned a ton. Stay safe out there. Hack the planet. Dirty Jersey represents. And remember, support your local or far away lock sporting community. Buy stuff that people can make if you can when you start getting more experience. Custom lockpicks go a long way once you get to intermediary and above. Plus, they just look cool. Anyhow, see you all around. Peace. Enjoy the music. We're going to go raid a channel now if you're on Twitch, so stay tuned.